Good morning.
Oh,
Good
good
morning.
morning, Abba.
How are you?
Yes.
Sorry, I missed yesterday.
Oh no,
Poor
don't be
Mitch.
sorry. Don't be sorry that you missed the session. You're still here, even though you
Yeah.
physically may not be here, but you're all still here.
You're with us every day.
Oh, thank you. I'm with you every day.
That's,
Wherever I am during this time, I'm always with you.
That's right.
I mean, it is not a requirement. I don't take attendance that you come attend Belgium.
I think you do.
I'm not like the school teacher. I'm,
No Delaney book for you?
I'm
It's
not.
the ruler.
Hi, Johan.
So good to see everybody.
Hi, Lana.
Hello, hello.
And here comes Miss Nancy. Okay, so happy Wednesday, everybody.
Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday. And just to let you know, as you may, I don't know, maybe you already know, the full moon is coming this Sunday,
Yeah.
right? The peak of the full moon is this Sunday.
Okay.
I don't know about you, but I'm already feeling the effects of the full moon energy as it's building up.
In a good way or a bad way?
Oh, it's always in a good way.
Just checking.
It's always in a good way. So my question to you is for this morning, is how is the full moon? Oh, let me ask it differently. How is the energies of the moon affecting you now at this time? Whether it's in a good or a bad way. Are you noticing any difference in the energy of what's happening in your lives? In the last day or so, as we are going into the full moon, and I know it's Passover is coming up, over the weekend. And let me give you an example. I mean, the last 2 days, I got a call from a feng shui colleague in Guyana. I haven't talked to her in years. At the same time, I get another call from a feng shui client who says, "Okay, I'm ready to do the consultation now." And I also ended up doing an I Ching reading for somebody completely unexpected.
Oh.
Back again.
The magic zooming in and out. Zoom, zoom, zoom.
Yeah, so this is another example of the full moon energy.
Full moon.
And of course, this morning, the Verizon are knocking on our doors saying we now need to enter your apartment now so then we can check your jack, which connects to the building, and the bottom, which connects to the cable outdoors, but they never made an appointment.
Ah.
So I hopefully I'll still be here, but if I zoom in and out, maybe could one of you kind of take over just in case I kind of zoom in and out. But I'm here. So let's start with you, Sue. Any full moon energies or are anything unusually happening to you recently?
Well, I had a week of feeling really, really good.
Okay.
And now I'm having a week of feeling not very good. So
Oh.
that's kind of a drag. Maybe that's what prompted me to ask you that question.
Yes.
But anyway, you were right. I'm preparing for Passover. And I have to say, normally it's a whole spring cleaning. Every cabinet is emptied and wiped down. And last year it was particularly intense because our son was living with us and
That's
he's
right.
kind of reborn to Judaism. So in his fervor, we followed things that I personally do not do, but was happy to do for his growth and development as a Jewish young man, and to, as his parent, to bolster him, I guess,
Mm.
whatever. This year, I've barely made it to even do any cleaning. There's a layer of dust throughout my house that's just grotesque. But I've decided to be okay with all of it and to forgive myself
Yeah.
for what I just can't seem to pull together,
Okay.
and to honor the fact that despite all of that, we're still going to partially get together as a family. Some of my family will come, and we, in our tradition, will follow the tradition of our ancestors and read the Haggadah, which means to tell the story
Yeah.
of Passover, which was the putting of an end to slavery in Egypt and leaving to find the promised land. And so we do that primarily because, well, I mean, I love it, but aside from that, I have 2 young grandsons,
Mm.
and it's about telling the story and perpetuating the knowledge through the generations so that it doesn't happen again.
Right.
And although Jews have been saying that throughout history, things still keep happening. And so we have to be vigilant, as does everyone who is an other. Some of us look more like others than others, but I think all of us really are others. And we have to respect each other.
Absolutely.
And in doing that, we have to respect ourselves and who we are and what our ancestry is. And so that's how the full moon is making me feel.
Okay. Well, frankly, it's leading us all, it is leading all of us to the promised land.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. And
The
Miss,
promised land of brisket.
I can't wait. I should come over soon.
Ooh,
Come
yummy.
on over.
And Miss Leticia, how the energies affecting you, or are they affecting you? I mean, for some people, it may not be affecting.
Good morning, everyone. It's nice
Good
to
morning.
see Lois and Lee and Mary Beth, who we haven't seen in a few days. Not that I'm complaining. And Adria, who appears and disappears, but I'm not complaining. I think the moon energies are affecting in a good way. I've been getting a lot of things done and talking to many people and moving our renovation projects, slowly but surely. And we have now a good rhythm. So things are advancing. The chi is moving.
Ah, that's good. So the moon chi energy is easily moving you along. That's great.
Mm.
I love it. And Miss Adria, how's the moon chi energy affecting you in Virginia? Or is it?
It is. Our house, when we first bought it, we were a little disappointed, I have to say, that it wasn't a sunset view, but it's a sunrise view, which has been glorious. But that also means that it's a moonrise view.
Mm.
So it's just beautiful.
Wow.
And your talk of the moon reminded me of this little song that I used to sing. The moon shines over the houses. The moon shines over the trees. Sometimes the moon gets very small. Sometimes the moon is round like a ball.
Mm.
Sometimes you can't even see the moon at all, but it always comes back to me.
Mm. That is so
Love that.
sweet. Oh, thank you for sharing that, Adria. I love the poems that you read and some of the
Mhm.
inspirational passages. It's absolutely fun. But the bottom line is the moon is just so much part. Talk about feng shui, the chi energy of nature, and it is so much a part of us, whether we see it or not. So,
Mhm.
oh, thank you, Adria. That was absolutely beautiful. Thank you.
Mhm.
And Abba, how's the moon in Atlanta?
Moon is in Atlanta is beautiful.
Oh,
It
wow.
it affects me in a good way. I get lot of things done, clarity of mind, and keeps me busy though, but in a good way. I'm
Oh.
taking care of my stuff, and I will be traveling next month, like till maybe next year. I want to go to India. I want to go visit my families here. So I'm trying to do all my plans. And so, yeah, it's good. And this Sunday, I know Rahul may know, it's a very significant day in Hinduism. It's called Holi. I will share the article if anybody knows HOLI. It's a color of festival. I mean, festival of color. I'm sorry.
Colors, right.
Yes, and basically is the winning of the faith over evil, and that's like God is always with you. If I find an article, I will share with you. It's beautiful. And then second day, so Monday will be people will play colors.
Oh.
If you go to India and on the streets, they just throw colors on you. Is this how they celebrate? It's basically spring
Oh,
colors.
spring
Beautiful.
colors.
I've seen that. It's beautiful, Abba. It's
is.
beautiful. I've seen all the
Ye-
beautiful colors, like all the
Yeah.
powder. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Right, yes. And they do a fire on Sunday, like on the holy day, and we take around we go around the fire. It purifies, and we offer some things. So basically it's the celebrating of, but it has more significant reason. It's a scientific reason. Usually around this time in India, we get cough, we get sick around this time. So when you go around the fire, the cough gets ripened and you get clear. That's the main reason. So it's a scientific reason.
Oh, thank you
Yep.
so much for sharing that. I love listening to all these different cultures. I think it's absolutely fantastic.
Thank you.
So maybe next Monday, all of us should be wearing different colors. So maybe we'll just
Yes.
On Monday, okay.
Mhm.
rainbow
And I'll
whatever.
share some pictures also.
And Miss Lois, how is the chi energy affecting you these days?
Well, first I have to say I love Adria always has a poem, and it reminded me of one of when I was in the 3rd grade. I was in a play, and my lines were tra la la, I gaily sing because it's spring, because it's spring. And I still remember this to this day. I remember the dress I wore. It was like my big debut on stage. So it just is a great reminder of spring. And I feel like I can really feel starting yesterday a shift, how the new moon, the full moon is like releasing off all those tethers and all of those strings and all of that energy. And I'm starting to like move up and move forward. And it's as if I wasn't even there in that dredge, in that glug. So I'm very hopeful for releasing all this stuff that's been gunking around me. And I guess there was a purpose for it. So it wasn't good or bad, but it just feels so good to feel this release. So
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
Thank
for
you.
sharing. And Rahul, how's the moon in
Oh,
Poland?
Okay. I actually kind of agree with the Sue. I also have been feeling weird this week. Last week was absolutely normal for me, and this week, every day I'm getting a new surprise because of my side effects. So yeah, I'm feeling different, and yeah, Abha, thanks for reminding me about Holi. This probably will be the first Holi that I will not be in India, and it actually I completely forgot that this is the holy month, and I completely forgot. Yeah.
If you have any temples around you, they always celebrate Holi.
There is no
So
temple in Poland.
no temple. Oh, okay.
Oh, you're in Poland. I had
Yeah.
Yeah,
no idea.
there is
Yes.
no temple in
So
Poland.
okay. Otherwise, they celebrate everything like in India.
Yeah.
Well, I completely understand, Rahul. Actually, I made a decision not to take any of my chemo or my healing elixirs this week. So this is my,
Yeah.
I suppose we can call it patient refusal.
Yeah.
I'll let the oncologist know. But anyway, I'm feeling very good.
He
So-
just decides to do this and not tell anyone.
Anyway,
Mm.
and Miss and Miss Barbara, how is it in Virginia?
It's fun.
You're near the water.
Yeah, near the water. I don't know if it has anything to do with the moon, but I haven't really been sleeping the last few days. I get up around 5 o'clock in the morning, and I don't know what it's all about. And I just start thinking about stuff, just stuff, regular old silly stuff.
Yeah.
But the fact that I'm waking up around the same time, I think it is significant. Again, I don't know if it has anything to do with the moon, but I know that this is my 5 personal year. This is 2021. You add that, that's a 5. And that is 5 is my personal year. So I'm waking up around 5 o'clock in the morning. So I'm thinking that it must be some kind of a change that's happening within me. This 5 is a number of change.
Yeah, wait 1 second. I'm on with RG.
But I also embrace the, influences for the energy of the moon. I'll accept that. I'll take that. I don't see it as something bad.
Yeah.
It's just something that's happening, and I embrace it. And whatever it is, I'll be a witness to it unfolding in my life, and I welcome it. Thank you.
What comes to me, Reverend Barbara, in Chinese concept about the body's rhythms and our organs, 5 o'clock in the morning represents some aspect of our organ or our body. So maybe I'll try to look that up, and maybe that might have an association as to why you're uprising at 5 o'clock.
Okay.
I went to bed at 5 o'clock this morning, so some energy kind of going along here. Anyway.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And Miss Mary Beth, how are you doing with all this moon energy or this upcoming full moon?
Hi everyone. I miss everyone very much. So the moon is upcoming. Did I miss my spot to put my request in? I know there's different parts of the moon aspect, and it's been. I think I share with Sue, and it's been a very challenging week in having new information either withheld or given and I'm on the patient refusal plan, and you do better at going to bed at 5 o'clock than I do. Of course, you're cheating because you have less hair than I do. And when Leticia was playfully, I believe, saying about, I'm so happy to see you guys missing me, or that we haven't been here, and then Adria hasn't been here. I thought, oh, well, maybe we should make her sing a song. And then she immediately shared this poem. So it's just sort of fun to be back. So the moon is, now that I know it's the moon, I'm trying to just do what I'm capable of doing to take care of myself in my personal situations, to have my preference be. And what else? There was something else that was good.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, and that's it. And just trying to do, and I'm glad to be here. And if there's any, I know usually around the moon time, there's some, like, should we play the lottery? There's usually some information, like I read that it was the letting go. And I guess I'm letting go, and it's a little stuck to me still. So I'm in that process.
Well, we're so glad you're back, Mary Beth, but you're always with us no matter what. Absolutely. So good to see you. And Miss Lee Loringer, we miss seeing you. How
Hi,
is
Lee.
Ocean? How is it in the,
May. Hi everyone. Yeah, it is really nice to see everyone. Wow. I'm very connected to the moon, but I have to say, the energies that I've been experiencing isn't just this with this full moon. What I've been experiencing for many months, I'll just go back to mid-January when I came back to Cape May, have been really intense energies. It's really sort of it's very stressful and a lot of anxiety here. And right now, I mean, maybe, with this full moon, things are coming to some completion, but sort of like, sort of worst case scenario. I don't know. I don't really want to say that, but I am. And it's just, there's just sort of like, it's very chaotic here because it's not just me I'm dealing with, Maya. I'm dealing with family situations and their energies and karmic connections. And it's very challenging, but my mother's house, which we've been working on to sell, the closing date is April 19th. So we only have about 3 weeks, but we have a tremendous amount to do still. And we still doesn't have a house to move into, but we're also dealing with a lot of other problems that occur every day. But the other thing parallel to this is my brother, who I've mentioned previously to all of you, because he's not well, he's having, and this was just found out 2 weeks ago, he's having open heart surgery tomorrow.
Oh my goodness.
And it's potentially a quadruple bypass. And he's having this other bypass on this vein in his shoulder that has another blockage. I'm glad it's a few days before the full moon because surgeries on the full moon are not the best thing to have, especially with heart. But, it's been challenging, very challenging the last 2 weeks with the situation. So I don't know. I mean, I feel just very, almost like not agitated, but it's very hard for me to articulate how I'm feeling because there's been so much going on. And some days, some moments I feel like I'm calm, but I think the moon right now, it's intense, but I just, I'm trying to be where I am, and what happens is going to happen. I do love every night when I go outside between the two houses here that I'm at, the sky is beautiful, and I always, I love seeing the moon rise and then it moves over. So I'm just watching her all the time and saying hello and looking at the stars. So I'm grateful that I have that every day just to see her. And thank you for your poem, Adria. That really was beautiful. But if everyone can just please, put my brother Jeff in your prayers for tomorrow and my mom. I'm concerned for her well-being. So there's a lot going on.
Well, we are definitely sending you lots and lots and lots of purple chi energy.
And I'm not sure how much I'll be on bells actually for the next several weeks. If I can get there for Fridays, I will, but I'm not sure. So thank you all for everything, for all your support and prayers over the last many months.
Well, we are here for you, Lee. All of us, bells are here for you. Please know that. Please know that. We're sending lots of purple chi healing energies for you and your family.
Thank you.
I'm sure it's extremely overwhelming. It's very intense, and we're here for you. We're here for you. So even though you're physically not here with us, bells, you are here with us. Please know.
I know. I miss these days, my daily days with you.
And Miss Nancy, pretty in pink.
Well, for me, I don't think it's the moon so much. I'm still trying to sort myself out with daylight savings. So, the chickens are not coming in when they're supposed to or going out when they're supposed to. Everybody's off kilter. And then the big full moon is brighter at night. It comes in my bedroom window, so that throws your sleep off too. What I miss the most, though, is my brother-in-law, Frank. Frank loved the moon. Frank was a Sicilian Italian. And he had these ceremonies on his deck. He called it Bella Luna, the beautiful moon. And every full moon, he would go out and he'd have sparklers and candles and food and bonfires and all kinds of stuff. He was eccentric. He had other things going on. He was very eccentric. And the anniversary of his death is this week. He died on my grandson's birthday. So I think of Frank and his Bella Luna, but our nickname for him, he used to call himself Prince Scalia. He was a cousin of Anton Scalia. He was very, very well read, well educated, but he was nuts. So his name was Lunatic. We said, you're connected to the moon, you're a lunatic. So that's what I'll be thinking of. I'll be thinking of Frank. My husband last year had a triple bypass right before Christmas. He's doing well. Tomorrow he has to go in for an AFib thing. So they have to, everything's been fine. He's been good all year, but he's still got this little wacky beat, and they're going to fix that tomorrow. So I'll be thinking of your brother, Lee, when I'm thinking of Bruce, and they'll both be fine. They'll be good. They're in good hands.
Thank you,
They're in
Nancy.
good hands, exactly. And I think when you're talking about Frank, the lunatic, Luna, of course, is associated with the moon, talk about the lunacy of the moon. But to me, I think Frank was, he is a shaman. He's your Italian shaman of the family.
He was fun. He was fun. He was from Brooklyn, and he used to always talk about the Coney Island boardwalks. He used to call it the Broadwalk, not the boardwalk. It was the Broadwalk because, number one, I think because it was broad, but he was thinking more of the broads that he used to kiss underneath the boardwalk. And he'd tell us stories about going on the roller coaster. I forget what it was called, but the roller coaster would go over the ladies' changing room. And when you were at the very top, you could look down and see the ladies in their towels changing. So he would ride that ride all the time. Maybe Sue knows the ride. It's some sort of roller coaster.
Well, I do, but now that you're asking me, I don't.
Yeah, it's the cyclone, yes. So
The
Frank
Cyclone.
was a lunatic. He turned his backyard into a mini Coney Island. He had decks and walkways and signs and bells. You had to ring for a drink. He was a lunatic, but
he was fun.
Oh, he was so much fun. I miss him greatly. He was my favorite brother-in-law. He was one of the outlaws that came into the family that wasn't really allowed to be in the family, but he was good. So his anniversary is Friday, and I'll be thinking of him when we look at the moon.
Absolutely. Oh, thank you so much for sharing.
That's great.
So great. And Mr. Johan in Berlin, how's the moon energies on that side?
In this second, my grandfather's clock is gonging. Do you hear it?
No.
No. Okay, it's too late. I could be a little like your brother, Nancy. The moon is my friend, always was as a child. I knew that, and especially the full moon. I do moon spotting. Can you say that? Because I can see the moon from my balcony all night long. So I often sit there on a chair and watch for hours the moon. And then again, there are so many songs with the moon that come to my mind, folk songs, children's songs, or if you don't mind, I will send you from a Czech opera, Rusalka. There is a song to the moon. And this is so beautiful. There's a young mermaid who is coming out of the water to find a prince, of course. And then she is singing a song to the moon. It's in Czechish, but I was so happy with the song that I learned Czechish. I learned the Czechish word, but I will send you not my recording, but I will send you a very good recording of the song to the moon.
Oh.
And I have another tip for Sue. Sue, if you wait for 7 years, there will come no additional dust. I
Oh,
heard that one.
awesome.
Yes, just wait 7 years
It'll condense and become a hard surface.
and it's not getting more.
So my mother had a very large ranch house. It had 15 rooms in it. And she never had a cleaning lady. She never had help. It would get dusty. And my father was a fanatic. And every day he'd come home and he'd tick off a line and he'd do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days on top of the dust on the TV or the stereo. And he'd be yelling at her all the time. You're home all day. I'm in the city. I'm commuting. Why can't you dust it? What are you doing here? And she goes, are you doing a good job? She goes, I'm just waiting. Pretty soon you'll have it all wiped off.
I love it.
Send her over.
I,
Just like now.
Thank you. Thank you.
At the
Yogesh.
I
beginning,
just
if
want
I
to add-
may, at the beginning of our relationship, Martin would say, oh,
I just wanted to add that I have 2 pictures of the moon in my bag all the time when we Zoom. Yeah, and what I said. The moon is my friend, and I will never forget the energy of the moon coming through my window, and I can sleep very well then.
Ah, that's one. I love it. Yes, the moon is our friend. And Miss Linda Boney, how are you doing these
Good morning,
days?
everybody. I didn't realize the moon was coming. I'm doing all right. I had my vaccine on Monday afternoon, and I had chills yesterday, and just feeling very fatigued. So I'm tired for my trip too, but I'm feeling better today. Feeling all right, I guess. And I also love the moon too. So I guess the moon energies are pretty good, just calming and relaxing.
Ah, well, we're sending you good chi energy, Miss Linda.
Thank you.
Feel better.
And cousin
Thank you.
Lana.
Thank you, Sue.
Well, I've been thinking a lot, and I think with the moon, I've been very emotional lately. I don't know why. Maybe part of it is I'm not getting enough sleep from the time change. But our family lost. My daughter's boyfriend lost his dog of 10 years,
Oh.
and I thought, why not? Let's celebrate it at the full moon. Maybe drink some beers and let's howl at the moon this week.
Oh.
Yeah, I think we're gonna do that. Yeah, actually, I howl with my dog quite a bit, and he loves it.
That's great.
So
That's
I think we'll do
so-
that this weekend in
Yeah.
honor of Lady,
That is so great.
whom we love.
Howl at the moon.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so
I
sweet.
knew I loved you, Lana, because I'm known to howl at the moon myself. Without even having any pets. I just go out there and howl when there's a full moon. So I'll be howling here in New Jersey on Sunday.
Okay. I'm sure we'll attract a lot of coyotes too.
Uh-oh.
And Miss Judy Freeman, how are you doing these days?
Hi, Judy.
You have to unmute, Judy.
I mean, I don't know if it's city coming.
Unmute, unmute, unmute.
I mean, but if it's city coming to check.
Okay, there. Is that it?
No, no. Unmute. Okay.
There you go. Okay, well, I've been getting very little sleep the past couple nights, and I think it is the moon. And I just fell asleep, so I just woke up. But I also love the moon. When it's a full moon here, I usually go out for a walk, like late at night, and the streets are just lit up. The trees are lit up with moonlight, and it's very beautiful. But like I said, I'm just waking up here.
Well, we're so glad you're here.
Oh, sorry, I overslept.
Uh,
I mean, I didn't oversleep. I just was laid down and I fell asleep.
you're here with us. It's so great.
Yeah.
And Miss Heather, how about you?
definitely feeling the full moon. I didn't relate it to that, but RD does. So a lot of things happening all at the same time. Like he said, Verizon just comes randomly, unexpectedly at 11:15. The phone's ringing at the same time. There's an ambulance at the same time. He has a heavy accent and I can't hear what he's saying. And he wants to come in my house and I'm like not dressed and don't want him in my house. And
Right.
it was just all this craziness like kind of happening all at the exact same minute. So that was definitely like this lots of full moon energy. We too have had a lot of surprises this week, but they've been thankfully really nice and good surprises and have really cheered us up. And thank you for it's a lot of the bells had happened to send things all at the same time, which
Oh,
was
nice.
interesting timing. And it just brought us joy every day getting these little gifts. And so we're so grateful. Thank you.
Yes. So just to let you know, it's 12:07. So I think we'll, all of this full moon energy talk, which will continue for the next several days. But I
Okay.
think it's time to do our meditation.
Okay.
I actually might not be here. There's someone knocking at my door talking about the manifestation of the full moon. So I could be being served with who knows what. And so we'll see.
Okay.
And Nancy, I would have been one of the girls in line to be underneath the boardwalk.
Okay.
I loved Italians growing up in Springfield. We had a feast. We get outfits for the feast. I love all the Italians break my heart though, but
Okay, Mary Beth. Well,
but
we're going
I
to
just want to
I
witness that I'm going to the
apologize.
door and
So let's just relax and just breathe. And just put your feet flat on the floor and really feel the ground beneath us. Clear our minds, breathing in and breathing out. And let's begin our time with the ringing of the bells. And let's imagine finding a beautiful place outside. And maybe we're sitting by the lake, looking at the reflection of the moon, with the mountains in the distance, and the Dragon and Tiger Hills surrounding us. And we're all gathered here together in the center, the Ming Tong, or the bright hall, just welcoming all of the positive universal qis, gently connecting along the central channel of our bodies, going through the base of our chair, through the roots of our legs, connecting deep, 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 deep down, connecting into Mother Earth. And just breathing in and breathing out. And just relax. Relax your entire body. Relax your head and your neck. Relax your shoulders and your arms. Relax your hands. Even relax your fingers. Gently bring our attention to our hearts and relax our hearts, just filled with gratitude, filled with good health, filled with hope. Gently bring our attention to the lower dantian, the center of our being, the golden stove. And just breathing in and breathing out. Relax our hips and our thighs, our legs and our knees. Just sitting so comfortably in our chairs. And even relax our feet and our toes, just connecting to Mother Earth. And just continue gently breathing in and breathing out. And let's just take this time and just listen. Listen to the messages from the universe, or to God, or simply listen to our heart. Breathe in and breathe out. And gently imagine all of us at the top of the lighthouse in the lantern, just shining our light of love and of harmony, fortitude, and resilience. Breathing in and breathing out. Yet we're still feeling so grounded, connected like the lighthouse, anchored to the rocks of Mother Earth amid all of the waters of emotions. And just breathing in and breathing out. And just feel the chi of the moon gently getting more and more full each day. The stars, the sun, the uprising chi of spring, new beginnings. And just breathe in and breathe out. And let's just take our palms and gently put into a prayer position. And just sharing our chi of compassion, purple healing chi, to people who need our help spiritually, mentally, and physically. And I'm going to close our time together with the ringing of the bells. Om Mani Padme 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 Om. The 6 true words incorporating kindness, compassion, purple healing chi energy, smiles, and joy. And gently, gently release your palms and gently rub your palms. Wake up your chi and gently, gently, gently tap, tap, tap along your face, along your head. Rub your ears gently. Tap, tap, tap the top part of your arm. Wake up the meridians. The other arm, the top part, the lower part. Tap your shoulders. Gently tap your hearts, your kidneys, your thighs. Do a little tap dance with Mother Earth. And if you want to unmute, feel free. I want to wish everybody a happy Wednesday. And our session was a little bit longer, but it was a chi-filled discussion. Obviously, the moon chi energy is come into play already. So we're sending
Thank you.
lots of love. Have a beautiful day.
You do the same, everyone.
Love you,
Peace and
everybody.
blessings.
Peace and blessings.
Much love.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.